love me, yeah. The streets ain't never loved me, yeah.
Streets ain't never loved me since my brother died. My mother cried, tears in my eyes bleed red. Ain't no love inside. Streets left me dolly, my phone they left it holy. Dawn was in that passenger side when they tried to phone me.
Yeah, you know the streets ain't never love us.
Yeah. I've been shot, I was left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. You know these streets ain't never loved me.
I've been stabbed, I've been left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. You know the streets ain't never loved me.
I've been locked, I got charged for some shit I didn't do, nigga. You know these streets ain't never loved me.
Caught a case, went upstate, fuck the Jakes, nigga. Yeah, you know these streets ain't never loved me.
Laying up in the hospital bed in ICU. Hit that button like every 3 hours to get those blues, yeah. Laying in the test of pain, I know shit won't be the same. Sipping my stomach, shit don't stop a thing, I'm still a man, yeah. But who gon' be there when you doing time? Can't get no money, so they dropping down, these niggas bitter. And I hope they get the picture, I'm only getting bigger. The top cat out my litter, yeah. Tell you they love you, but they hate you on the low. They hold you back, how they expect for you to grow. I got locked up, ain't said me nothing, but I'm your nigga. My body numb, I got no feelings for you niggas. I'm from what niggas will shoot you right here in these hallways. If you got trust in that loyalty goes a long way. These size 11s, these pussies can't walk a mile in. They hit my cousin with life and he's still smiling. I've been shot, I was left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. You know these streets ain't never loved me.
I've been stabbed, I've been left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. You know the streets ain't never loved me.
I've been locked, I got charged for some shit I didn't do, nigga. You know these streets ain't never loved me.
Caught a case, went upstate, fuck the Jakes, nigga. Yeah, you know these streets ain't never loved me. Streets ain't never loved me since my brother died. My mother cried, tears in my eyes bleed red. Ain't no love inside. Streets left me dolly, my foreign they left it holy. Dawn was in that passenger seat when they tried to fold me. Remind me of my gun, that was real shit, this real spit. Rocks I was selling was smacking them, call it Will Smith. I ain't never told and never folded under pressure. Get him Neek was in that ambulance with me, he was on that stretcher. Niggas tried to take my life, I couldn't tell you who. Many men might not make it, I'm here to tell the truth. Me and Jop, that's my brother, you know we moving tight. Brown boys fuck with the family and I'ma get them that. This my testimony, solid, all the rest is phony. Merrick niggas come at the fam and send your best opponent. I was stabbed, I was left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. I know the streets ain't never loved me. He was shot, he was left with a zipper on his stomach, nigga. You know the streets ain't never loved us. Gang, Merrick shit, Tower music, nigga. Another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me? My fault, party people. My fault, party people. We had a power glitch. I see Dog Soldiers in the building. Shout out to the Cynical One. Shout out to Angel Dickerson. Shout out to East New York for the membership. I don't know, for the people that's in the South, y'all can understand. We had a power glitch. So when you get a power glitch down here in the South, everybody lights just cut off for a minute. And I had to put my computer back on. So since my computer was like in the system in its mind, it was just shut off abruptly through my power. My computer had to restart. So please forgive me, y'all, for the inconvenience. Please forgive me for the inconvenience. If anybody can hear me crystal clear and the audio is back on track, anybody but a dead body, do me a favor and give me some dice cubes if you would. I'm crystal clear. Angel said I'm crystal clear. Y'all can hear me? All right, cool. I appreciate it. Y'all know I ain't have to go to work tonight, so I said I was going to give y'all some content. I seen some things that I've been wanting to talk about. I've been seeing some things I want to talk about. The first thing I want to address is this young kid right here. Y'all, do anybody know who young Rotto is? Big Chief, I see you in the building. Salute. Do anybody know who young Rotto is? If y'all know who young Rotto is, somebody let me know y'all know who young Rotto is. Because you know I like playing new music. But have y'all ever heard of the MC called Young Rotto? Well, Young Rotto, excuse me, Young Rotto is a little boy, a child, little black man, little black dude. Chief said I never heard of him. A kid. And I promise you, when y'all hear what this kid is bringing to the table, matter of fact, I don't even want to talk about it no more. Tell me how y'all feel about this before we get into this. His name is Young Rotto, and this is his song. His song is called I Can't Get No Bad Grades. Check it out. Remember, y'all heard it first.
Let me. I fell in love with a girl in the 6th grade. Showed her, but she rather have my last name. She think I'm young, but I told her we ready to. I swear when I'm only 9, but more than pretty girls like a.
Yo, hold up, y'all. Y'all gotta listen to what this young kid is saying. One more time. Rewind.
I can't get no bad grades. I can't get. My mama and they cooking.
You see, that's the devil. They don't want to see nothing positive. We're gonna bring that young kid back. Let's go.
I can't.
Shout out to Bronze Flat Power God. Shout out to my nigga Baby Grizz that just pulled up. I love that song. I love that song. I want to hear that song on the radio. I want a video for that song. I want people to promote that song. And I think our children need to hear that song. He didn't say one curse. He didn't do anything negative. He said his moms told him that if he do good in school, he gonna get paid. All he gotta do is get up, get washed, brush his teeth, make up his bed. He said he need that bread. Come on, man. We need more of that. We need more of that in this world with these kids. He said he fell in love with a girl in the 6th grade. She don't know it yet, but she gonna have his last name. Come on, man. That shit is fire. Come on, Angel. That shit is fire. That song right there is it's appropriate. That's the only word I could get. That song is appropriate. It's appropriate for children. It's appropriate for kids his age. And it's natural. Everybody in here fell in love in the 6th grade. If you fell in love in the 6th grade, put some dice cubes up.
If you fell in love in the 6th grade, put some dice cubes up. He ain't out here talking about killing nobody. East New York, I should give her 10 seconds, but she got a managing moderator. I should give her 10 seconds. And thank her for the membership, but I still should give her 10 seconds. You don't go for that bullshit when it comes to the 10 seconds. She told my head a drill rapper. Cynical said, I haven't heard that. She said, I haven't, but that's a great song. Gotcha. That's a fact. That's a fact, dog. I should have gave her 10 seconds. She said he was a drill rapper. I fell in love too. I fell in love in the 6th. Everybody fell in love in the 6th grade. I think that song should be promoted if you have a platform. If you like, you know what I'm saying, promoting certain music, promote that young kid. I already know he's going to go viral. I already know he's going to go viral because I haven't heard anything like that. It came straight from him. You can tell he loves his moms, come from good parents. Even if you said might just come from a single household. You know, unfortunately, it's a lot of kids today coming up in single family homes. Ladies, I'm not knocking y'all. Y'all do the best jobs that y'all can. My mother, fortunately, wasn't with my father, but my mother did get married to a man that raised me just like I was his. So I came up kind of differently. Man and a woman in the house, grandparents on the 2nd floor in the building. We had our own private building, so I saw certain structures. But I don't know if y'all heard about the situation that's going on in Harlem. I don't know if y'all heard about the situation that's going on in Harlem. I heard it's a petition going around, and I heard a bunch of people is going up to Harlem to support this lady. It's one of the ladies that's been, they said, in Harlem for over 6 decades. She's one of the pillars of the communities. If y'all don't know who she is, check this out right quick. Remember we heard this first, man. Grown folk shit.
A few blocks away from me on 129th Street. I've had an opportunity to travel the world, so check my social media out. But her great mobile kitchen and we're local, we're treated just like a restaurant. We get on-site inspections, pop-up inspections, and I'm the only person I know calling the health department on myself twice because they were taking too long to come out and give me my letter grade, so I had to call. All right. So I just want you to know that the amazing food is a bonus. Right. What we're doing is bringing old school morals, values, principles, and that old school generations. So I often tell people, you know, back in the 60s when I was coming up, that heroin in Vietnam kind of had us punch drunk on the ropes. Yeah. And then right after that, you had mothers taking over families. Then they took those out, and you know they became on that heroin. You know, we had crack that came in and took us out for a count. So we've literally lost two generations of morals, values, that old school where everybody on the block whoop your ass and your mom be all right with. I had that experience. And we looked out for each other. I didn't care if your man was so-and-so or your who was so-and-so. You need something, I got you. Exactly. Okay? That's how we got down here in the village of Harlem when I was my entire life, and I've been here almost 6 decades. God bless you. Born and raised in Harlem Hospital, raised a few blocks away from me on 129th Street. I've had an opportunity to travel the world, so check my social media out. But Harlem is where I feel like I'm in social media name. At HARLEM SEAFOOD SOUL, damn it, I said it 3 times. Say it one more time. Say it one more time. Y'all hard to hear it because
that's how Harlem love.
I got it like 20 places. Boom, boom. But say it, you know, people can hear, see. Well, let me tell you, we have every intention of being in your neighborhood, in your block, in your borough very, very soon. So please stay tuned. Chef Tammy ain't done with y'all asses yet. Miss Tammy, can I get a picture of you from my sister, my brother? You done asked me, please.
Y'all ain't hear what's going on.
Oh, she remember me.
ARP, I see you in the building.
Oh my God.
He gonna make you cry. I want you in the picture too. I got something on my stomach.
I don't know if y'all heard. Today they tried to confiscate her truck in New York. I don't know if they went through with it. There was a live broadcasting earlier with her sitting in front of her truck crying. Her name is Chef Tammy. She's from Harlem, one of the pillars of the community, always known to be giving back. Because of new rules and stipulations. Now, if you pay attention to what she said, she called the Department of Health on herself twice. Because when she began cooking in the neighborhood, they didn't give her a rating. She didn't have a rating to put on her seafood soul truck. So if you see, she put they came out, they gave her A, but now because of new rules and stipulations, on 125th, anybody knows about 125th, that's a congregation of different communities, Latin, Trinidadian, Caribbean, Latin, Caribbean, American. There are a bunch of vendors out there now. And they're selling their food, and they're telling her she has to go. I don't know if it's because they said she has like maybe one of the most prime spot, like the corner that she's on. Maybe because the gross of the revenue, because it's by both of the train stations. Maybe it's because of that. The other vendors that's on 125th Street, they're not as close to her, and that's a good thing. But she stands out because she lives in Harlem and she's a community. Like I said, she's always been a pillar, giving back to the kids and stuff like that for the school fundraisers, et cetera, et cetera. But they're saying now that she has to leave. I don't know what's going on. If y'all can, look this up for this petition. Because like I said, she's one of the communities. They said her food is, I've never tasted it. I feel bad, but they said her food is amazing. So if you could check into Chef Tammy, y'all check into that and see what's good. I hope that this. And it must be going to be some rain or something like that because we're home with our Wi-Fi. And shout out to Man Warrior Lives. They're also part of the new campaign. And Baby Sam from Brooklyn. Y'all heard about it? Free Baby Sam from Brooklyn, New York. He was wrongly convicted 33 years ago. He spent in prison. He came home. And then a few months later, maybe 4 months, 5 months later, if I'm not mistaken, they rearrested him, and he's now back in prison. Shout out to Mandu the Warrior and some other great people that came together, and they put together a movement right now where you can go to www.freebabysam.com, and you can get your own T-shirts. You can get your own T-shirts. You can get your own sweaters that say Free Baby Sam. And just for you participating and paying for this because they're trying to raise some money for him for his best defense because he should be home. Your name will be printed on the shirt or the T-shirt, the sweatshirt or the T-shirt that you buy. I would appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know him. I heard of him. One of the legends I heard from Brooklyn. Unfortunately, the way that we grasp or take a look at legends, communities, you know what I'm saying? Maybe the news reporters and maybe the police department may look at the people that we know as kind-hearted, strong individuals that held our communities together, the real pillars. Unfortunately, they may be involved in certain things that may not have been legal. But like I said, when we was coming up, shout out to the Johnny Greenleys, rest in peace. You know what I'm saying? The Tuckers and stuff like that. My grandfather, his name was Big Tiny in the streets. You know, Mr. Mob and everybody, et cetera, et cetera. You know the great ones. That was the reason why our neighborhoods stayed so secure. Even though they was into certain things, prostitution, drugs, extortion. But to know these men individually, I don't know. They always say everybody has a different description of you. You ever heard that, y'all? Like they say everybody that you come across in life has a description of you. Like I've heard some stories of some of the names that I've just mentioned from Utica Avenue in my neighborhood. I've heard some horrific stories that could be on TV, but I've never seen anything like that with all of them. Some of them, I have seen certain things that I'm like, but nah, the majority of the names that I just named, I guess they was just to their point where they was dons. Like So certain things they really didn't have to deal with because of their stature. But what I want to ask y'all about is, was anybody here when I did the show, when I told y'all I was working in Myrtle Beach? I was working in Myrtle Beach the summer of 2013. And I told y'all I seen something strange come out the water that was reported from so many people in South Carolina that particular day. If y'all don't know, Donald Trump just released something called the Alien Files. Y'all heard about that? Even though it's kind of crazy, because with so many things that's being, I could say, released right now, with so many things that's being released right now, everybody is saying, well, why is all this stuff coming out now? Now they're talking about supposedly Jesus was black, allegedly. Now they're saying we was dealing with aliens for so long. If you see the 2020, I see you in the building, salute. If you see the new JFK video of the day he was assassinated, has anybody in here seen that? Has anybody in here seen not the one that they looped, and put out to the public years ago? I'm talking about the real, actual footage of the day when, rest in peace, one of our late presidents, John F. Kennedy, was assassinated. Yo, dog, you saw that? East New York, any of y'all saw that? Angel, anybody seen that? Cynical One? Bronze, anybody seen that? Because what you see in the video that's released now, I want to see if anybody, East New York says she didn't see it. Well, y'all can type it up now. Say the real footage of the JFK assassination. You see a person driving. You see a person driving. This is a fact. And he's driving. His left hand is on the steering wheel, dog. His left hand is on the steering wheel and he's driving. And you see him turn around with his right hand, and you see a burst of fire come from an object in his hand, and you see the president hit back and come forward. If you notice in the video, the thing that nobody really pays attention to, his wife, Jackie. Nobody paid attention to her. Everybody was so paying attention and fixated for years. Even our parents, even us as we was coming up, getting more in tune with politics, we all paid attention to him falling. But didn't anybody pay attention to what his wife was doing? See, I told y'all, my grandfather told me a long time ago, people look at a picture, but they don't look at the whole picture in a totality. They just look at certain parts of the picture that's most interesting or grasp their brain. Like makes them just want to stare at one part of the picture, but every part of the picture has a detail. No, not AI generated. Facts, East New York. Facts. But then again, there were certain people from conspiracy theories that talked about all this that was assassinated for years prior. This is crazy. Carnage, wild Mayo. That's a fact. See, I'm saying to myself, are they saying it now because they're saying they're spreading the allegations of our president's name being jogged up in them Epstein files? Now all of a sudden they dropping all these videos with these people that look like Epstein driving around. And did y'all hear the latest one about Tupac? Seriously. Did you hear the latest one about Tupac Shakur? Where y'all been? I guess I be working nights, so I be finding out the good stuff. Where y'all been? Sleeping? Allegedly, there's a man that just came out. He's not doing this for clout. He's not a rapper. He's not a security guard or anything. He was supposedly an associate of the late, great Tupac Shakur. I don't believe he's dead. I've always told y'all this. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. His mother stayed right down here in Lumberton, North Carolina. I don't care what nobody say. His mom said that my son, I'm going to quote her. She said, my son chose to leave quietly. Well, it's a dude out now saying, check this out. It's a dude out now saying that everything that was said years ago might be the truth. They're saying that the person that was shot that night, because this was all staged, the person that was shot that night was a person that was an identical lookalike of Tupac. They said Tupac was shot. Yeah, he was shot. They did make an attempt on his life, but there was allegedly an identical person just like him that was in that car. See, remember everybody said the person in the front with that picture with Suge Knight don't look like Tupac because they were saying that he was riding because Pac was pre-warned or threatened that they was going to try to kill him. So they said Pac was in the back of Suge's car. Pay attention, with Quincy Jones' daughter. This story was totally removed. It was just totally erased. They said Pac was in the back of that BMW with Quincy Jones' daughter and the person that was his identical stunt double. Because remember, this was the night of the Tyson fight when all of this transpired. And if you go to any of these big fights in MGM, or if any times you go to Vegas, I've been to Vegas, if any time you go to Vegas, you will see a bunch of people that will run around trying to look, or they're impersonators, Elvis Presley's, the Michael Jacksons. This is all facts. You ever been to Vegas? You go to Vegas on a Friday night or a Saturday night, you walk the strip, you're going to see anything. Superman. You're going to see motherfuckers thinking they pirates. This is facts. 2010 said, yeah, I heard it was a body double. When Tupac Shakur's father went into the hospital, they said he was outraged and he screamed and said, oh, I'm getting out of here. That's not my fucking son. Butterfly effect. Pay attention. A parent that comes inside of a hospital room and sees their child laying on a bed that has just been shot. So distraught, the first thing they say is, that ain't my child, and walk out. They're looking at it, or it was taken by the witnesses that he was saying that that wasn't his child because he was in disbelief that his son allegedly was in a hospital bed fighting for his life. But was he saying that's my child because when he saw his child, or he saw the person that they were saying was his child, he said, this ain't my fucking son. That ain't my, I don't know who the fuck that is in that bed, but that ain't my motherfucking child. Who the fuck is that? And walked out. That's a fact. You see what Angel said, Quincy Jones' daughter never gave an interview. See, a lot of things people fail to realize. It's some late night shit. I want to see who remembers this. The nigga Quincy Jones said, the nigga Tupac Shakur said he didn't like Quincy Jones. Anybody in here know why? Does anybody in here know why he said he don't like Quincy Jones? I'm gonna let y'all think about it on this break.
You can't play both sides, you niggas gotta choose. Niggas out here being tough until they make the news. Mama said her son ain't hurt nobody. The streets said her son was catching plenty bodies. If you accept these charges, then please hold. In every hood, it was a nigga that was tough, but he still told. Like, what I gotta do to make you niggas rhyme? Like, I'm ready to kill when the kind of minds be cautious. I'm dealing with more sticks than a porcupine. Quill spines, whatever you wanna call them. Yeah, plus my little mama, she a trap queen. Doggy, when she mixed with that Fetty, gave him a wop lean. It was a whole lot of cars when there was stimmies round. We going over a year and half you niggas down. All these expensive clothes like was that smart? Now they uploading their clothes on the Poshmark. Switch, baby, careful with this. I mean, it's bitch sharp. One across, one down the middle, look like a chrome heart. Damn, I'm always outside. I'm like, high from who? Bout to put your car on skates. You think you slide through? I help build my niggas. This ain't Legos. Protect the fan by any means. I be Diego. Yeah, tiger to you niggas. I'm an animal. It's a jungle where I'm from. What y'all wanna do? You can't play both sides. You niggas gotta choose. Niggas out here being tough until they make the news. Mama said her son ain't hurt nobody. The street said her son was catching plenty bodies. If you accept these charges, then please hold. In every hood, it was a nigga that was tough, but he still told.
Y'all don't know nothing about no motherfucking Chucky. That nigga, you don't know that nigga said, ooh, to get the things I need. Boy, you don't know nothing about no Chucky. The nigga said, why you want to play with me? Yo, James, I see you in the building. Salute. Carnage said, Niccolo Machiavelli was a strategist in war. Even Pac followed some of his theories. Remember, he called himself Machiavelli. But the truth of the matter was, like my man Twin said, Quincy Jones wanted to have sex with him. Chief said it. He said, I could be wrong, but Quincy did some rainbow to him, something like that. That's why Pac ain't like him. Pac said, yo, I don't like that nigga Quincy Jones. This nigga try to fuck me. This nigga Pac said it just like that on some thug shit. But they did say because of the shots, a couple of shots did hit Tupac. And they said when he was sitting in the hospital trying to heal, really lost a lot of blood, that's when they decided to move him. It was his idea. He was like, he knew, what he said allegedly was, he knew they was coming for him. She said, yeah, right. She said, obviously you haven't watched my shorts. I ain't gonna front. My mom just like Chucky Booker. I ain't gonna front. I don't know if y'all seen him on that new dude. What's that new name? That dude, DJ Hollywood? Teddy Riley's son. Shout out to Quad. Never forget, she put me on to this dude named DJ Hollywood. He be on motherfucking YouTube. And all of the old artists, all of them, he got them to come. Well, I guess because of his connections, they say it's Teddy Riley's son. And because of his connections with his father, all of these old school artists, the R&B artists and everything like that, come up on his show and they perform live. And Chucky Booker, he came up there looking like, yo, he came up there looking like he was just crazy. But he had this dude up here too. I don't know if y'all know who. I don't know if y'all know nothing about this right here. I don't know if y'all know nothing about this right quick. I don't know if y'all know nothing about it. I got to check y'all about something. Let me take y'all back right quick. Hold on. Let me see if y'all know something about something. Let me see if y'all know something about something. I don't think y'all know nothing about nothing. I be really thinking y'all don't know nothing about nothing. But I'm going to see if y'all know something. I'm going to show y'all something. What's the name of this video right here if y'all know something about something? Y'all know something about something. What's the name of this? What's the name of this? Just off that picture right there. Just off this picture right here. What is the name of this video? Doom, 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 doom. YouTube fair usage. What is the name of this video I'm about to play, y'all? What's the name of this video, East New York? You know who Chucky Booker was? You know who Chucky Booker was? You know who Chucky was? Who is this? Angel, who is this? Mr. X, salute, boy. Who video is this I'm about to play? Chief said, baby, come home. Y'all don't know nothing about talking about, because she got Chucky. She got little man and something. Now I work hard to get the things I have. Ooh. See, when them niggas come out with that, ooh, y'all know nothing about that back in the days. Them niggas said, ooh. That was a mean Cooners tune right there. They said you was a coon if you can hit that whoo, like Bobby Womack. Like when he said whoo. And if you think you're lonely now, let's rock out right quick. Let's go. That's why I said East New York. What was the name of that video? I asked you, what was the name of that video just from the chapel? Just from the chapel. But yeah, that nigga Pac said, quote unquote, Quincy Jones. Yo, you know what? Hear some funny shit? You want to hear some funny shit? Yo, let me tell you something. If y'all listen to the interlude on that song where he was going at Tupac, when Pac was going at Big Rest in Peace and was shooting at Puff. If you listen to what he was saying in the ad-libs, when he was saying, man, all y'all niggas is up there hoes fucking with them la 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 la. Remember, Tupac was one of the first people that started talking about how when it came to the industry, certain people, the only reason why their music was propelled or the only reason why certain people was seeming like they was in the spotlight is because of sexual favors. Think about that. Everything Pac was saying when he was on Surface, because I don't think Pac is dead. But when he was surfaced, he was talking about the things that was going on in the industry. And now look at the situations with Puff. He was screaming on Puff. He was saying things about Puff. She said, see, I don't like that song. That's why I had no idea. She said, I don't like that song anyway. I remember I played that song before. She did say that. She said, I don't like that song. That song right there made me think about my man Haji. He used to thought he knew karate. True story, until he went to Notion and Pacific and they put him in the hospital. I don't want to see no laughing emojis. I don't want nobody to laugh because that shit ain't funny. We used to be right here on this corner. Shout out to my man Haji. Everybody know Haji from Utica Avenue. He was the dude in the hood that everybody looked at because he wore Chinese slippers. He used to wear the Chinese robes and all that shit. Remember back in the days, everybody was wearing the Chinese slippers. Then you saw some of the black dudes that was wearing the Chinese robe shirts, the black shirts that you tied up with jeans and all this shit. This nigga really thought he was Bruce Leroy. What up, kitty? My nigga thought he was Bruce Leroy. And he went to Notion and Pacific one night. Over there talking that motherfucking kung fu shit. And they whipped him out. All jokes aside, they put my nigga in the hospital. That shit was not funny. When that nigga came home, like the whole right side of his head was still swollen. I was like, damn. Like, and I used to always tell this nigga, you don't know karate. Don't nobody laugh. That shit ain't funny. I used to always tell this nigga, boy, stop acting like you know karate. You know, because we came up, we all used to watch them karate flicks on Channel 11 on Sunday. This nigga, dude, what the fuck is wrong with you, man? Stop running around with that karate shit for somebody hurt you. And the nigga used to be doing, anybody can fuck up air. Anybody. I ain't never seen air beat nobody ass. Boxers, when it come to them niggas, they beat the shit out of air. But them niggas on Nostrand Avenue, woo-wee. But how y'all feel about this with this Trump shit talking about these aliens? I did a show on it. Y'all laughed at me. It's like, they shut the fuck up. I did a show up here about a Hispanic family in California, if y'all remember this. I did a show up here about a Hispanic family in California that their home security cam caught a long-legged, gray-looking, abnormal being in their backyard. The police said that it was a probe of light that shot down to the ground that they followed to this home, and nobody in this crib is to be found no more. They had all the tape and all this shit. These niggas in their back, this was a nigga in their backyard about looking like he was about maybe 8'5", and he was crouched over, gray, or she, or whatever it was. And now Donald Trump, I want to know how y'all feel about that. Now the nigga Donald Trump says that it's aliens on this motherfucking earth. That's a fact. Clinical, the nigga used to rock Chinese slippers. The nigga High G used to always rock the Chinese slippers. You know how back in the days, nigga, he wore them shits faithfully. They sold them shits right on St. John's in Utica in a Chinese spot called American Wiggery, right next to Ronson Drugs. If anybody know anything about Crown Heights back in the days, on the corner of St. John's and Utica, it was a big Ronson's Drugs, black-owned pharmacy. See, a lot of that shit is gone now. A lot of that shit that we had when we was coming up in our neighborhoods, remember when it was black-owned pharmacists that was in our neighborhoods? Even though we had underprivileged neighborhoods, there always were black pharmacies. All that shit has been eliminated. CVS. They even have pharmacy now in Walmart. Walgreens. So pay attention. All them black physicians and doctors that was put in the neighborhood that really could identify with our illnesses and our problems have been eliminated, to the fact where now the people that can just walk to the doctor's office back in the days and they really build rapport with these doctors that's in their neighborhood, because more than likely a lot of them live either in that neighborhood or close to that neighborhood. That's all eliminated. Now you got to get out of your bed and travel. You're already up front, upset, discomfort, because the doctor that you got to report with has just been replaced. So now you got to go, say, to Manhattan or downtown Brooklyn or Long Island or the Bronx. So you frustrated on the tram ride. Then you get to somebody, and then now you got to open up about certain things pertaining to your health, which you want to keep to yourself because you already built this rapport with your doctor, with your primary care. Yo, that shit is weird, man. That shit is fucking weird. Well, back in the days, it was Ronson Drugs, black-owned family. They had the building. They bought the building right there on Utica and St. John's. I remember it right now like I was a little kid. Right next door to it, it was a store called the American Wiggery. That's where the ladies used to go get the wholesale stockings. My mother used to go up in there. They had the ski hats, the Chinese slippers, the Chinese robes, the bootleg Louis Vuitton wallets. That was the first spot in the hood that had the, damn, they got that shit in Target too? You right, they do got the pharmacy in Target too, because when I went to Brooklyn downtown, they got that shit in the Target too, man. They took everything away. They took everything away. See me? The sad part, I'm for gentrification. Like I went to Brooklyn just now in the wintertime, and I went downtown and I looked at how the Albee Square Mall has been reconstructed, and now they got the Oxtail spot. I'm like, damn, this shit is it just bring back memory. But I am for gentrification. But what I dislike about gentrification, this is what I dislike about gentrification. I'm gonna tell you this right now. Some people don't like gentrification because it allows other ethnicities to come in neighborhoods that was once predominantly overpopulated with either minority nationalities or ethnicities: Hispanic, Dominican, Puerto Rican, Panamanian, Black, Guyanese, Jamaican, Puerto Rican, Trinidadian, Haitian, overpopulated with these nationalities. But now the Caucasian ethnicity is moved into. I love that. I love that. It's nothing wrong with that. I think it's fucked up for so many years where when we was coming up, if you saw somebody, Chinese too, if you saw somebody of Chinese ethnicity, or if you seen the dudes coming through with the young boys that was the Mormons on the bikes, I was outside. When the Chinese dudes came through back in the days, they used to have batteries. They used to sell batteries. If y'all remember this, put the dice cubes up. They used to sell batteries. They used to have batteries. They used to have little trinkets. They used to walk around with brown shopping bags, batteries, socks, T-shirts, et cetera, little small things. And they used to get robbed. Hands down. There was a couple of them that built rapports in the neighborhood because niggas was like, nah, that's wrong, leave him alone. But everybody else was getting robbed. If you remember back in the days when the Mormons, they used to send the young dudes in the neighborhoods with the dirt, with the mountain bikes and the knapsacks and trying to, promote being a Mormon, they got robbed. You dig what I'm saying? So because of the high violence against white ethnicity, such as Caucasian, Russian, et cetera, et cetera. Not Italian. Because Italian, shout out to the Shelmanis, they was 2 houses down. We had the Italian presence in Brooklyn was very, very strong also. You dig what I'm saying? But certain Italians, they don't fuck with everybody. That has nothing to do with ethnicity. That has everything to do with morale, integrity, your character. Like if you're a piece of shit, they're not fucking with you. Simple and plain. Shout out to the whole Shelmani family. That's my family. But what I'm saying is, what I don't like about gentrification is, I love the fact about gentrification that they allow people to come in and mix ethnicities and cultures and get to really know each other instead of being paranoid about each other. Oh, this person is going to hurt me. Oh, I can't walk by these black people. Or this white person is going to call the police and make a false charge. I'm so glad of that. But the part that really, really disgusts me is they wait to allow the majority of Caucasian ethnicity to come into the neighbor, not our. I'm just going to say because we was being raised. That's selfish. It allowed them to come into the neighborhoods, and then so many things improved, like living conditions, the presence of police, you know what I'm saying? Remodelation, construction. That's the part that kind of made me feel kind of fucked up, because when it was just mostly majority of minority in certain neighborhoods, they didn't care about how condemned homes was. Like a lot of us went through the era of when asbestos was real bad in certain homes and people's houses and stuff like that. So they didn't really care about the upliftment or remodeling of houses and homes and schools, et cetera, to give teachers a place that they want to come and teach kids, to give kids a place they want to come, because some of these schools was worse than some of these people's houses they was living in, et cetera, et cetera. But when it came to other ethnicities coming to, this is where all the funding came from. Like they got all this money now for these beautiful buildings. Like, do y'all see how Far Rockaway look right now? Has anybody been to Far Rockaway lately? That shit looked like Atlantic City. And when we was coming up, Far Rockaway, that shit was a cesspool for drugs. That shit was a cesspool for drugs, poverty. That shit was real, real nasty over there. Prostitution, et cetera, et cetera. But now that place looks like Atlantic City. You know what I'm saying? Downtown Brooklyn, how they turned certain parks and areas that was known, like I said, cesspools for overinfestation of people that had high addictions, especially when it came to the heroin back in the days. Now, all of a sudden, they got the shelter for these type of people, and they cleared all these places out, basketball courts, et cetera, farmyard vineyards. Like, I'm like, why they couldn't just do that back in the days? So that's the only thing about gentrification that kind of be having me on some, damn, man. Like, if it was just for the minorities, because minority has nothing to do with just black. Minority has every ethnicity involved in it when it comes to people that's struggling or people that's trying to get a little further just to take care of their family. That's every color. Well, why they had to wait till a lot of the white people came to put all this funding into the communities? That was just fucked up. That's the only part about gentrification I ain't like. For real. That shit was just weird to me. But Brooklyn is looking real good. New York is looking real good. Downtown Brooklyn is looking beautiful from when I was younger. The Barclay, beautiful, beautiful. Big supermarket right across the street. What I don't like about Brooklyn is how y'all be charging people 25 cents and 50 cents for bags in the grocery store. Like East New York, where the fuck that shit came from? Pathmark and all that, if you go to the store, like back in the days when you went to the store, if you patronized the supermarket, they still do it down here in the South. You know what I'm saying? She said, I know about Far Rockaway Beach. Yeah, it's beautiful out there too. Down here in the South, if you come down here and go to a Piggly Wiggly, a Food Lion, a Walmart, any store that sells merchandise, just for patronizing that store, one of the commendations is they're going to give you some plastic bags to take your stuff out. It might not be the strongest of bags. They might be flimsy. They might have to double them, et cetera, but they are going to have bags available with the logo of the company that you're patronizing. But if you go to New York, if you go to Pathmark, niggas want 50 cents, 25 cents a bag. I'm like, what the fuck is this type shit? It's a store across the street from the Barclay. They want $5 for, no, excuse me. They want $7. It's $6.99. They want $6.99 bag. They bags that's, you can close them up and they could keep food cold, or they can keep food warm. Like, this shit is real. Whole Foods, that's it. Yo, that shit is popping up in there, East New York. For real. Them niggas is in there popping. Them niggas done eliminated all the Yo, that Whole Food shit is like Albee Square Mall. She said, we gotta pay for bags. Yo, peoples, where you been, man? Where you been, brother? Nah, I've been working, y'all. Like I said, I'm off tonight. I'm off tomorrow. Go live tomorrow morning. Go live tomorrow night. I got to work. This is my weekend to work. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Next weekend, I'm off. I love my schedule, though. I ain't going to lie to y'all. I did not know the importance. This is some real Jeep shit. I did not know the importance. Like, you see, if you got a job, I'm going to give you an example. If you got a job and you go to work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, you're off Saturday and Sunday. Or you may work Saturday. You're off Sunday. You go back to work the next week. You work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. You're off the weekend. You go back to work, you work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. You're off the weekend. You work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with working, but I'm saying sometimes your body is exhausted. So I'm so grateful for my job. Like 1 week, like this week, I work Monday. I work Tuesday. I'm off today. I'm off tomorrow. Then I work Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Cool. When I get off Sunday, I'm off Monday, Tuesday, because I had the long weekend. I go to work for Wednesday and Thursday. And then I'm off Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I love it. I love it. Good night, Angel. She said, I'm up at 4 o'clock. Y'all be easy. I'm off this weekend. That's right. Go get that bread, sis. Ain't nothing wrong with that paper. Shout out to my man, Unc and them. He said, man, he got to feed them kids, man. It's a dude out here down here from the South, man. He be making pallets. My man, Unc. He said, man, he got to feed them kids, man. You dig what I'm saying? And you better, because the hustle, I tell everybody this. I've been saying this since I got on YouTube. A couple of people have repeated this to me. The new hustle for a goon is a job. Now, see, people think a job means going to work for somebody else. That can mean that too. But it's so many, down here in the South, let me tell you what the hustle, I bet you, let me ask something. Can anybody down here, can anybody tell me what y'all think the hustle is down here in the South? There's something took over for the last 2 years. Something took over for the last 2 years. And it's a straight up show enough money. And shout out to my nigga Tube Chronicles. Y'all know Tube be here, my bro. He doing the same thing. Shout out to him and his wife. They on the road. When it comes to them deliveries now, you don't need a CDL's license. All you need is a flatbed truck. See, that's still a job. You still your own boss. You make your own schedule, and it's great money. Because right now, that's the hustle in the South. Everybody either got box trucks or garbage trucks. I did not know how much money was in garbage. Y'all wouldn't believe this shit. In all these years living in New York, we understand sanitation department, how they come through and take our garbage. I bet y'all have never really sat up and thought about the importance of the sanitation department. Now, check this out. For example, if you ever been in the projects, if you ever lived in the project, if you ever visited the projects, if you ever walked through the projects, back in the days when it came to the garbage, they used to bag up all the garbage and they used to have to stack it outside. Check this out. They would have to stack it outside until the big garbage trucks would come remove them. If them garbage trucks don't come, the accumulation of the garbage bags could take up the whole parking spaces of where the guys in housing would park their cars. This is facts. We saw this because of weather. Now, just imagine sanitation told New York, we ain't picking no garbage up for 3 months. Let's imagine that. Sanitation just said, you know what? Fuck this. We going on strike for 3 months. We ain't picking up nothing. So you can't keep the garbage in your house. We know this. You know what that will bring. So you got to bag up this garbage and take it outside. Put it in front of your home. 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 Everybody else doing the same thing. I did not know the importance of garbage removal because that's what my cousin do. I said, nigga, you's a goddamn garbage man. He said, no, bro, I'm into garbage removal. And see, I thought about something. He's right. A garbage man is a motherfucker that's probably digging through the garbage or some shit like that. Or living in the garbage or some shit like that, you know, et cetera, et cetera. But what my cousin do is certain people, because down here in the South, you have to pay to have your garbage removed. That's a fact. You see what East New York said? On East New York, she said on Pickens Avenue. It's crazy. Down here, you have to pay to have your garbage removed. Or you have to have a vehicle and you have to take your, pay attention to this shit. This is deep shit. This is the curveball. Or you can use your vehicle and you can take your garbage to a wasteland. But you got to pay them to take your garbage. Y'all heard what I said? Either you can pay them to come by in a garbage truck and pick your garbage up, or you can do one or two things. You can load your own garbage, put it in the back of your truck or your car, and then go to a wasteland, and you will still have to pay them because they have a wasteland weight terminal where you have to get out your car and throw the garbage bags on the weight terminal, and it's a dude sitting up in the front, and he telling you, and then when you come around, you get a ticket. And before you leave that motherfucking waste area, when you get to the front, the only way you can get out is if you pay that ticket. So what my cousin decided to do is he got into a little bad car accident. I ain't gonna disclose all of his information, but he got a little nice piece of change because these people were totally wrong. The person that was driving was totally intoxicated. And these wasn't no regular people. You understand what I'm saying to you? These were some real distinguished people that hit my cousin. And what they did is they wrote up an NDA with them people's lawyers that my cousin would never talk about. This shit, I'm talking about this shit was so real where the police, when the police was involved and the police statements that was wrote up, everybody know everybody. Where they was just like with my cousin, yo, this is what we gonna do. We gonna give you they told everybody they gave my cousin an undisclosed amount because he broke his arm, totaled his car. And instead of him blowing his money, he bought 2 garbage trucks and he bought 3 lawnmowers. Listen to the hustle, East New York. He bought 2 garbage trucks, right? And 3 of them big ass 360 shits, them I don't know what you call them, them 620, 320, them big ass lawnmowers. He bought 3 of them. That's a fact. Now, people, check this out. What they was charging people, $22 a month to remove your garbage. $22. My cousin charging people $10. Now pay attention. This is where he winning. The people that he charging, because he got the 2 trucks going out getting garbage from certain people, he charging them $10. $10 a week to come get their garbage. The garbage removal spot was coming once a week. My cousin is coming twice a week. He's charging $10 a week. But when he goes to another garbage disposal spot, they don't charge him individual weight. They charge him bulk wholesale on weight. So he's still winning. And he rents out one of his lawnmowers, and the other 2 he uses himself. So all that shit niggas talking about, yo, they ain't want to work for nobody. I respect that. Because some people don't really know how, in my opinion, because I've been through this also, some people don't really know how to appreciate the person that's really coming to give you 100%. And then some people, I've noticed this too, some people don't really, I had to learn this shit too. Some people got to learn how to not give a fuck. Like me, some people had to learn how to not give a fuck about what somebody else is doing at work, because it can be frustrating when you come into work busting your ass every day, and somebody, because they may have been there longer than you, or have profoundly introduced themselves as a clown, they're allowed to do certain shit. That shit can be frustrating, but you got to learn to mind your business. That's facts, East New York. That's what he did. He didn't fuck up his money. He bought them garbage trucks and he bought them lawnmowers. You dig what I'm saying? So when I hear people talking about it ain't no jobs, that's not true neither, because Indeed is real. If you got an email, Indeed Smart, it's a bunch of them motherfucking websites. If you got an email, if you take the initiative to sign your motherfucking email in, telling them you're interested and you want to receive alerts, they're gonna send them shits to you like Cash App. And I'm talking about them shits this person want to hire, this person want. But see, it's up to you to make your decision on what you want to go for and if you're really gonna go for it. That's a fact. And see, now down here, my cousin, his hustle is really jumping because, it's certain yards year-wide, that he gets to maintain because he has the school contract, because my aunt runs the school. So this is all legal. He gets a budget from my aunt. They pay him once a month. He cuts the school ground two times a month. This is all year, straight in money. And then he got other contracts. But right now, when it comes to the summer, everybody want their grass cut every 2 weeks. Some people want their grass cut every week, especially depending on how much it rains. So like he said, the summertime is when he get his money. And he's giving people ample opportunity. Word up, you ain't got to be family or nothing like that. You tell my cousin, that's a cold-blooded fact. You tell my cousin, yo, Ray, I need a job. First thing you're going to say is, can you get up can you meet me at 6 o'clock in the morning? And if you respond, I can get up, but I don't have a ride, my cousin will be like, well, can you be outside your house at 6 o'clock in the morning? He'll come pick you up. But that nigga's getting up the crack of the morning. You know how some people, my cousin get up every morning at 4 o'clock. He go to bed like 8:30, 9 o'clock. 4 o'clock, 4:30 in the morning, my cousin's up. Pew. So by 6 o'clock, my cousin, that's because he ready. He ready. But if you want yourself a job, my cousin will get you. And he'll tell you this. We gonna cut grass. He said you know how to cut grass or weed eat. If you say you're more familiar on that 360, he gonna tell you to get on that 360 lawnmower. He gonna ask you to show him what you know. If he trusts you, quote unquote, where you can rock that lawnmower, my cousin gonna give you $40 a yard. Simple and plain. And if you only weed eat, he's gonna give you $20 a yard, because weed eating is still out there, but it's just trimming around the little bushes with a little thinner machine or something like that. But see, people may say $40 to cut 1 yard. But see, my cousin be doing what, 15, 20 houses a day, especially on the weekend. So that's $800. If you're getting $40 a motherfucking house because you know how to rock that lawnmower, or if you're getting $20 a motherfucking house because you know how to rock that lawnmower. That's $400 a day just for doing weed eating. That's $800 a day for driving a lawnmower. That's tax-free motherfucking money. If some people don't make $800 a motherfucking month. So you can't say my cousin beat nobody. Yo, you see what? See, my man popped up in the building. See, when I talk that country shit, my nigga pop up in the building. Shout out to Rose Gold from Rose Gold Records. You know I'm telling you the truth. He had to talk about this. He said, I had a contract power washing school buses at the school, and I also had a contract at Duke Hospital doing the parking deck entrance at the bleachers at Durham Bulls Baseball Stadium. See, that's why me and you need to fight. That's why I wanted to fight Rose Gold, y'all. I'm going to be honest. God damn it, I'm going to be honest. I never wanted to fight Rose Gold because Rose Gold is a piece of shit, like some of these niggas on YouTube. I wanted to fight Rose Gold because I see and saw the intelligence in Rose Gold, and then Rose Gold was trolling, but I never knew Rose Gold was fucking trolling. So I should get some credit for that. Rose Gold told me the other day, he said, Dice, I came over here to troll. I never knew that. That is fucked up, Rose Gold, seriously. Because trolling is what aggravates me. But see, there's malicious trolling. He don't do that. He don't do that. Nah, he don't do that. He said, yo, Dad, say the truth. That's what I came over here to do. He said, I came in from a trolling dimension. This is what I came, this is who I am. You see what he said? Washing, he had a contract, power washing school buses. And he also had a contract at Duke Hospital. Now, let me give y'all something right quick. Let me talk to y'all. To some of the people that engage in YouTube, what he said is, bam, 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 boom, 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 bam, 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 boom, 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 boom. Okay. To the people like ourselves that know something, that have some sense, you have to recognize this. His character background speaks in volume. Am I making sense? Okay, boom. Let me break this down a little more. When it comes to the public school system, East New York said, yep. She said, yes. And HOA are heavy on the cutting grass. When it comes to the public school system, whether you're going to be a teacher, whether you're going to be a guidance counselor, whether you're going to be a maintenance man, whether you're going to be a security guard, whether you're going to be a technician for the school buses, because we got technicians that have their own parts. Rose will tell you this down here, technicians and everything for the school buses, the mechanics for the school are cool. You have to have, number one, an extensive background report. Let's talk to that. He has to pass a background report. You got to pass a background report to power wash, which is a skill, which is a fucking skill, because everybody can't hold them 33,000 PSI pressures, because I used to work for a company down here named Thompson. I used to clean boilers. That 33,000 PSI pressure is very dangerous. If you lose control of that shit, it could cut somebody in half. So if you're saying that he's power washing school buses, that means his character is cleared. If he had a contract with Duke, I don't know if y'all understand what Duke is. That's a very prestigious college down here in North Carolina. The average person is not going to work at Duke. I'm talking about the person that may clean the garbage bags, the one that changes the garbage bags, the person that may wash the windows. You have to have a certain background. Then you have to pass a face-to-face interview. First of all, the person that's interviewing you at the job, you have to make them motherfucking comfortable. All right, cool. You went to motherfucking in school. You went to that. You know how to do this. You got skill in that. All right. But let me see who the fuck you are. You dig what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. So everybody that be talking about they ain't no money, they don't have no hustles and stuff like that no more. Nah, niggas is just lazy. Niggas is just lazy. That's all that is. Niggas is just cold-blooded and they're lazy and they're making excuses. It's always a way to get some motherfucking money. I got a cousin out here don't do nothing but wash cars. You think he was selling drugs? I got a cousin down here that's 24 years old. All he do is wash cars. The way he dressed, and when he go to my little cousins and them parties and these little clubs down here, and his little car, because you know, if he wash cars, you know he's sitting on something crazy, his rims and everything, old school. You think he sold drugs? People say, people had to get it. He said, yo, rose gold, so you are a power washer. Pause. And if you in motherfucking a state where it's legal for you to sell bud, what the fuck are you waiting for? Do you know, I found out in New York State, if you were ever arrested for a marijuana case, whether it was smoking weed or selling weed, your application will be approved quicker to be able to sell bud. That's facts. That's facts. But back to what I was saying. How y'all feel about this? The nigga Donald Trump says that we got aliens. Do y'all believe it? Do y'all believe it? If y'all believe we are not the only entity on this world, let me see some dice cubes. Because I'm about to say something to you that's going to blow y'all mind. I am about to say something to y'all that's going to blow y'all mind. I'm going to say something to you that's going to blow y'all mind. Anybody in here can tell us where we at? All right, matter of fact, I could do that easily. Where are y'all at? I want everybody to tell me where y'all at. Because this right here, this is going to be some crazy shit. Do you know we're all at the same place, but we're different? Let me see if y'all can catch that. Let me see if y'all can catch that one. Do y'all know we are all in the same place, but we're different? She said, great show. You're very long-winded tonight. I must say good night, everybody. Yeah, you know why? Because I keep trying to tell you, Jughead. They think I'm joking, Rose. I work 8 o'clock at night to 8 o'clock in the morning. 8 o'clock at night to 8 in the morning. So this time right here, I'm on my lunch break. I take my first lunch break at 10. My second lunch break at my first lunch break is a 15 minutes lunch break. My second lunch break is 12. That's a half an hour. My third break is 3 o'clock. And then my last one is 5 o'clock. I get off 8 o'clock in the morning. All the lunch breaks is paid for by my job. Shout out to my job. That's a fact. Because, see, they got this thing down here in North Carolina. Ask people about this shit. Word up, Rose. Tell them the truth. Chief said, if they exist, he said they waiting. They might as well come on out and whatever. And Rock, they've been hiding under our last century. That's under the last century. That's a fact. People say, yo, Gold, I need to rent some land from you. I got a lot of grass to grow. Yo, peoples, you wouldn't even believe, man. Rose will tell you this. Property dirt cheap down here. Facts. Property dirt cheap down here. And like you said, that's that good outdoor sun. The sun down here, that shit bang hard. The sun, listen to me. Right now, the sun is bugging. Sun is disrespectful, peoples. Pretty blood-clad sun. Slavery sun. But let me tell you something. Around June, July, and August, especially around August, that's when you'll see like the indications of of spirits coming out the ground is so hot down here. You will see smoke coming off the fucking road down here, man. That's all that good sun. Good sun. Good sun for all the growers, just like in Cali. Shout it out to Liz and let's go. Fair YouTube users. Big tune this. You see me? Y'all don't know nothing about no Lizette. Y'all don't know nothing about no Lizette. Y'all ain't about that life. Like Rose Gold said, come on down here to the South and calm down. Get some of this Southern hospitality. We play good soul juke joint music. Sip a little stump hole, little Modelo. Chase it with a Modelo or Bud Ice. And go on home and love on each other. Yo, I'm about to get up out of here, y'all. I appreciate y'all for pulling up. I do believe we got aliens, though. I don't care what nobody say. I'm just waiting for the first time they just give a press conference and they just tell everybody that Trump and them is live with some outer galactic aliens. Because what they saying is, I'm going to do some more history on this. What they saying is the aliens that supposedly coming to the earth, even though they're aliens supposedly been here for years, the aliens that are coming to earth now are actually supposed to be us in the future, allegedly. Because, you know, they say we come from aliens, et cetera, and Anunnaki, and et cetera, et cetera. They're saying that these creatures that are coming to earth are like 450 million years older than us. See, it's something that they did where they fucked up. Like in that shit called Menace Society, when they look, he said, you know you fucked up, right? He said you dropped the beer at 9:25, but they waited till 11:30 to clean it up. He said, you know, notice where you fucked up. See, when that shit happened in motherfucking Florida, where all of them people said that they saw them 7 foot and 8 foot, he said they look like black men. When that shit happened in the mall, y'all remember that? So y'all remember what happened in the mall. When everybody started panicking and had hysteria in the mall in Florida, and everybody ran at the mall and they dispatched all the police officers and police, security, FBI, et cetera, et cetera. They made them go to this mall. And then after hundreds of people told what their count was and what they witnessed, saying that it was 7 foot black people. And they said they was warping in and out. And people was just running under mass hysteria. They removed that. That's a fact. They removed all that. They fucked up. They fucked up. They said them people was like warping out, like warping out, in and out, like, but they wasn't trying to hurt nobody. But see, of course, the public hysteria and everything that they showed us, see, they done fucked up the world. Think about this before I get out of here. They done fucked the world up. All the movies that they showed us pertaining to something with aliens, first encounter of the third kind, Independence Day, all these movies, the aliens are supposedly the enemy of us. Supposedly these aliens are coming to take over. Shows like V in the late 80s. I don't know if y'all remember that, where they talked about a reptilian race that was interacting and breeding with humans, et cetera, et cetera. But this shit is about to get serious. Like I said, at least we from the golden era. My grandparents said that they probably wouldn't be alive to see it, but they said that I would be alive to see a black president. That's some deep shit. So I prophesize that. You know what I'm saying? We may not be alive to actually see aliens on this planet, but I think we're going to be here for that. But if we're not, at least our children will be. Yo, shout it out. We're going to end it with Slick Rick, man. I like these guys. They called trap animated music. It's Trapomania. Make sure y'all go holler at them. They got a fire-ass Biggie one that I played for y'all. This right here is one of my favorite songs when we was outside coming up. Make sure y'all have a good night. Going to watch the replay to the game. Probably watch a good movie or something like that. Can you dig it? Peace. Another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me? why it's knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Man, woman, and children. Sun, moon, and stars. Everything exists, has to coexist within. Like I said, another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me?